Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his 3rd season, Jalen Hurts.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The numbers for Sanders last week, 21 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball of the season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Hurts. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. But, Charles, you think about their impressive record, and then you look on the screen and see some of these injuries. That makes what they've done all that more impressive.
And when one of their starters or one of their key guys can't play, they miss him, or they just say, get well, we'll hold the fort until you get back, and the next person steps up into that void. This team has done a nice job all year long. No excuses, just performance.
All-star at home.
Still 3rd down.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Here's Hurts to throw. Intercepted.
Here we go.
And the Jags are going to take possession of the
football. Boy.
So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Here's the 2nd-year man from Clemson, Travis Etienne. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week. 15 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Lawrence will throw. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Oh, man. Yep, they're going to catch it.
Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key third down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does its job, takes it away, turns over the offense. They just pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Etienne once more.
Oh, you got to make this.
They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Yeah, you got to make the tackle.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jags take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From the 10. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. The Eagles hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 1st down, Murray. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Wow.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Play action. Here's Hurts.
Oh,
and
he dropped it.
Incomplete.
Good God.
It
Here we go.
appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the
Yep.
football.
Here we go.
They've looked
He
in
dropped
his
it.
direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. 7th play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Hurts. Escaping the pressure right.
Good job,
He'll be
Jalen.
marked down right at the 20-yard
Good job, Jalen.
line.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
So then Coach Abellini watching is the commissioner. Tell you what. I feel like, in fact, I'm going to just say it. I know that the settings changed in here because I got a picture of what they were, and I looked today, and they different. I didn't tell nobody.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this
I didn't
one
tell
away.
nobody.
Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And he's missed now in his first
Browns
4
knew,
passing
though.
attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
On 2nd and 10.
Ow! This guy throws it right. Are you kidding me? What?
Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to take possession
Oh, my God.
at their own 16-yard
Oh, my God.
line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious
What
so
the-
far, and they just threw
Oh,
something
my
away
God.
on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it.
Oh,
They wonder if
my
this
God.
is the turning point. Is
You
this
do
the
that.
spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time, and that's not easily done because you know all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
I gotta go
Well,
look
they
at my
certainly did a
picture
nice job
for
there, picking him up
TC1.
out
I
of the
am almost
backfield and then
bet
running stride for stride with him.
that
That's good
he
coverage, and
came
it led
back
to an
and they said he
incompletion.
changed.
Second and 10. Here's Lawrence again. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
There was the ball like that. not even close to the receiver. Are you kidding me?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk.
Oh, no. Oh, look.
On the move
Don't
past
do
the
that.
40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 46 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Lawrence.
Look at this.
And the ball is knocked out.
Good job. Way to bust his ass.
And he'll be brought down
Way to bust his
at
ass.
his 10-yard line. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it.
Only one person knows, so then they just sit back and watch the carnage.
That one cost
Don't say anything.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. As the offense comes out here,
Knowing
Charles, remember they threw the
now you got to
interception
change how you
last time
play.
out, but they were moving the
That's
football
cool.
down the field.
It
Looked like
is
they
what
were
it
going to
is,
have a
right?
sustained drive that ended in points,
It is what it
but
is.
then the pick ensued.
And because of that,
I've been
there's
like that
no
all
way you
his
can
life.
call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive.
In fact, I don't even think we've completed a pass except to the other team twice. So let's oh shit. So all right. So receiving. Yep. So we got one drop. And how many?
What the fuck is that, guys?
Have you pass? Oh shoot, passing. Jalen. Oh no, you 0 for 5. You ain't completed the pass yet. you except to the other team.
And find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 7 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game.
I mean, we have not completed a pass.
Struggling a little bit.
Not a pass. Jalen Hurts hasn't completed a pass. Oh man.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of
And
attack?
you gotta run Commissioner Riley, Coach Riley's offense where guys are just, running drag routes across the middle, 4 yards up the field, that is. I mean, to even have a chance to complete passes. I mean, hey, let's see. I'm just curious. Inquire minds want to know.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Oh, wow. And we still ain't completed a pass.
Incomplete.
We ain't completed a pass yet.
Possession there, and it's
Good
2nd down.
God almighty, this is crazy.
So
We
after
ain't
the
completed a pass
incompletion
yet.
on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Left side here to Sanders.
I guess we
2
completed one.
yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught 11 on the field. Those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw.
Oh, look at this. Oh, look. A one-hand interception.
I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off. They're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what the Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his team.
My receivers have caught 1 pass.
To the next play.
Their defenders have caught 3.
It's hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start at 1st and 10.
I mean, what are you going to do?
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Yeah, look at this. Yep.
As he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Wow, they going for it.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one.
Stay away from him.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. All right. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it left side with Murray. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense
we got minus
next
2
time
yards
he has that
pass.
opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter.
Oh,
Probably
man.
owes his back
Okay,
a little
so
bit
listen,
of an
no
apology
problem.
on that one, huh?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Hurts.
They both went with that guy.
Time right.
They both went with that guy.
To a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Wow.
Well, they're currently the best in the
He just
NFL
froze.
converting on third down.
Like a
so
dead
it's no
cockroach.
surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on third downs all year long. Two minutes gone by, second quarter. Right back to Sanders on first down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
You know what? I don't remember that play is, but I know. Coach Chapelin over there cussing, boy. He don't know that the settings changed. That's why the dudes ain't catching. He don't know it.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle.
And if that guy does not admit that he changed the settings, I'm gonna post it on our board what they were and what they are now. So he better admit it. Hate for him not to get in heaven because he lied about changing some settings.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Don't you throw that ball
Just
down
a yard
here.
on the pickup there, and
We are not throwing this ball down
Talk
here.
about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily
throw this
done
down here,
because they throw a lot
you
of
gonna throw an
misdirection
interception.
at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
You tell me.
Yeah, the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise,
how does he not
this is
get
going to be a
the end
long
zone?
game.
Sanders will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Does he open up his office and put his own picture up there?
Elliott good on the
This is
extra
safe.
point, and we are tied at 7. That time a 9-play drive, and it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Two fantastic games coming up to wrap up Week 4, the first weekend in October. Tonight, the Chiefs and Buccaneers from Tampa. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55, of course. And then Monday night, rematch of last year's NFC Championship game, the Rams and Niners from Santa Clara. Coverage on that one, 8:15 Eastern. Now Etienne to start the drive. And that to the 30. It'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Lawrence to throw. And
good job, really knock it loose.
Deep ball.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And able to find Kirk complete.
Yep, of course.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him
Trail
in this type
position,
of a situation.
guys, this is what happens, guys. Trail position.
On first down, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Mind you, we've completed just one pass.
And I
just
like
one.
the idea here. Get the ball in his hands,
just
even
one.
if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Lawrence to throw. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Raining on him. That guy ain't even wet. He ain't even wet. He, look, it ain't raining on me.
From the 36, Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. On play action, Lawrence.
Yep.
Man open,
Of
here's
course that guy's
Jones.
gonna catch.
And he has another
They
first down as
gonna
they'll get
catch
the
it.
ball down to the Eagles' 18. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Etienne up the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll go again with Etienne. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Lawrence.
Look, guys are freezing.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
You got to play where you're supposed to play. I mean, where you play where you're supposed to play.
Operating from the gun. Lawrence. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Of course he caught it.
A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
This offense returns to the field, and the former Penn State star Miles Sanders, we're going to look at him. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. Not much going on.
I mean, really? Jalen Hurts can't complete this pass. He can't complete. Feet set, and what do we do? Feet set. Got my feet set. Yep, feet are set. And yeah, no. The settings. Cheating fucker.
On this drive, looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Well, I don't know. Settings could get changed for the Browns, and we won't even know.
Shifts by him. A second fake. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Travis Etienne and the Jags offense set to take over again here. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Lawrence. And this one incomplete.
I'm shocked.
Too much contact to hold on.
I'm shocked.
And it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, Lawrence. That will be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Boston Scott deep for Philadelphia. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Run another play.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October.
He ain't no different than 45. Like, he does something, sit back and watch it, then blames it on Antifa. It was Antifa. It was Antifa. It wasn't mega. It was
taking
Antifa.
on Dallas. And it's the Cowboys who are out in front. Big Zeke, Ezekiel Elliott, 2 touchdown runs.
Damn well he changed these 7s and didn't tell nobody.
From there, we head up to the Motor City to check in on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. DK Metcalf, a touchdown reception.
What are you going to do? We're going to find
Lastly,
me?
let's get you to MetLife
And I can show the evidence that he did it? We're going to find me for telling the truth?
And they've got
I'm sorry. She's going to find me for finding out the truth.
Daniel Jones, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
The entire half for -2 yards.
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They've got the lead here as they begin this drive, trying to get that.
I don't think you can see them from here. No, you can't. Options, you can't see them from here. Settings. No, you can't see the sliders. You can't. I mean, because I'm wondering now because I can't remember what our quarterback, the human quarterback accuracy
for the loss last week to the LA Chargers.
My guy ain't hit a pass. None.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll look to Etienne to start things out. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Get into the grind too. Yep. Don't worry about it.
That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Lawrence finds the open target, Arnold.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him.
Look at this shit here.
Communicating there.
Of course he's gonna catch it.
Ended up making a nice play.
And that's he's thrown into the wind too, and it's raining.
Of the game so far, this one moves the chains.
How about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Now Lawrence on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
Run right, run left, run right up the middle.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd and 6. Another run with Sanders. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And he's going to be a yard short.
Don't worry about it. It's 4th down there. We're going for it.
Leads to 4th and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This will help you if you know your damn playbook. Oh, man, that's what that play is. I had no idea. I had no idea. Picking up 4th and 4, I guess. I don't even know. It's 4 inches.
Going for it with Sanders. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Now 1st down carry by Sanders, well defensed as they'll hold him to just a couple. 2nd down coming up.
Don't worry about it.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Got a weapon.
5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Got a weapon,
use
it.
Inside the 10 to the 9.
Got a weapon, use it.
It's dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
All right. You know where that play is at because we're probably going to use it. Probably going to use it.
They'll run with Sanders. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's fully Fatukasi into the backfield with ease and making the stick for a loss.
10-yard line.
Interesting
11-yard line.
decision there
You know what that means?
because they kept extra
Off the
DBs
yard.
on the
Hey, number
field,
one, you ready?
despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw.
That guy ran behind him. That guy ran behind him. That guy ran behind him. Good job, Jalen. And he ran up from the 11-yard line, not the 10. Watch the tight. Look, this guy runs behind the receiver instead of across his face. I'll show it to you.
So a very strong first drive.
This is, I mean, look at this shit here. So, this guy is supposed to run in front. So look, look. Okay, so he's supposed to run, cut back, and run right in front of him. But look at this shit, pass interference. Look at this shit. Stop me. Look at this. Oh, this guy. Shit, I ain't looking at nothing. You say look at. I ain't looking at nothing. Hey, look, and then his Spidey senses come on. So then I'm gonna just leave him because something's going on over here. I can smell it. Cheating rats.
The second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Charles, you got to think the number one goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw. Lawrence. Complete.
Good job. Way to make him come back.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game.
Scouting, you don't give them a chance to drop it, right?
And understanding defensively what the play design was.
And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
Good job. Way to get off the field.
He's going to be caught by Kirk.
Way to get off the field.
They're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A 3rd quarter score now from MetLife Stadium. And that one's pretty well wrapped up as the Giants have grown their lead even further. Daniel Jones, 2 touchdown passes to lead the way. Here's Logan Cook now.
They'll probably make a miraculous punt through the wind and the rain.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. A give up the gut for Murray. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They go back to Murray on 1st down. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now back to throw. On the move to his left. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll go again with Sanders.
Way to keep them legs turning. Take it to the 4. Take it to the 4. Take it to the 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
That's 1st down.
Short gain
Oh, wow.
down to the 22. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 121 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The pickup goes for 13. It sets him up 1st and goal. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Eagles are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. A 10-play drive that time, and it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Jaguars getting set to go. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Lawrence, quick slant caught by Kirk. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Ready, set.
They go play action with Lawrence. And his
my guy ain't gonna pick that off.
Christian Kirk, the man he was looking
my
for.
guy ain't gonna pick that off.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. draw play. Etienne. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach, when I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
The offense on 3rd down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, we got a one-hand interception.
Picked up by James Bradbury.
Let's go.
And the Eagles will take over here just shy of the 30. So here are the Eagles to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practice for this.
Power.
Training camp.
We're going power. We're going power.
Extra defenders in the box coming
We're going power.
Trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders.
Good job.
And he's got
they try to get a guy to first one, so people get in the way.
At the 42. The 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
We got to run, okay. We'll do.
10th carry of the game now. Murray. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it
Good job, guys.
out of downs.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Up the middle, Murray. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, Murray. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Six yards left on second down. Again, it's Murray. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Carries piling up. It's Murray again. He will push his way down to about the 14. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game will breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Oh, shoot.
Flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it. And the clock will roll down to zeros. 4 weeks in, 4-0. I don't think anybody needs to alert the 72 Dolphins just yet, but great start to the season.
Great start. How about taking a knee at the end? And there's no better feeling for a team than to do that, to close out a victory. But you're right, at 4-0, they're sending a message to the rest of the league.
they're going to be tough to deal with.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half of the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Eagles, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.
Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none of we doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I bullet and I'm still. I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring them in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We doing honest, we going insane. Pointers. Yeah, homies got me pointers. We get awards, but we get God the glory. I'm shooting my shot.